Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Demon the Boss 12, also known as Detective Yuki, and I'm going to be addressing the biggest problem that's going to come when Layer 2 drops. Now, we all know that Layer 2 is dropping either tomorrow or today for some people, and I just really want to address a huge problem that's going to be occurring when this update drops. Now, if you're not subscribed, you might as well drop a cheeky subscribe, like the video, comment down below if you want to see some Layer 2 progressions or some just Layer 2, chill sessions, even though it's not going to be chill, but yeah. And let's get straight onto this video. Now, you're probably wondering, what do you mean? Like, what's the problem? Layer 2 is going to be hype. Yeah, I mean, the PvE is going to be hype, but there's one important aspect about Deepwoken that we're all forgetting right now, and that's the PvP. Now, we all know that they're reworking the PvP to be more, engaging and action-paced, but what's the point of reworking the PvP when there's no incentive to fight players anymore, really? It's for fun. Now, one of the main incentives of fighting people was to get luck, but now that it officially removed luck, there's no reason to kill players at all. Even the XP, with Adept and Mark of the Lone Warrior, you're never really going to need to kill a player if you can kill one Widow and just get an investment point. Now, the reason why this is a problem, because unlike Rogue Lineage, which was the majority of PvP, I think we can all comfortably say that Deepwoken is a PvP and a PvE game. It even says in the title that you should expect a wipe. You're going to wipe to other monsters or players, and now that the Layer 2 is dropping, mostly people are just going to be there for the PvE for Layer 2, but what's going to happen to ganking? If everyone's in Layer 2, which you already know that can't be invaded, what's going to happen to ganking? Is ganking officially going to die? Is anyone even going to bother in time of conflict? No, not really, because there's no reason to. You can just progress normally. So that means not only is ganking dying, but time of conflict is dying. Now, the reason why this is a problem, because yeah, PvE is fun and all, but once you adjust to the boss, a boss has a certain amount of patterns, but all players are different to some extent. Sometimes you're going to find a medium monkey or spam swing and dagger, but most players are different, which means you have to take different options to beat them. With a boss, you're probably going to be doing the same thing over and over again. Not to slander any of the devs' work of making good bosses, but that's just the hard fact. Now, neglecting PvP or reasons to PvP while making those changes to the PvP, who's going to care when everyone's so focused on the PvE? Which means the PvP players are probably going to drop out the Layer 2 update earlier than expected, which means the play count's probably going to go back to the 15 to 10Ks, which obviously isn't bad, but for Deepwoken's retention, they should really try and make some incentives to PvP again in the overworld and not just channel conflict. Now, recently I did make a suggestion, a really hated suggestion, about why there's no reason to fight other people. My suggestion was, I'll put it on the screen so you can read with me. Killing players in the overworld should have a chance of dropping a resonance fragment shard or whatever. If you kill them in the depths, it's 100% rate. When someone dies and drops their fragment or whatever, like a bit of their bell fragment, it becomes tarnished. You have to untarnish it just to make them more annoying, why not? And then what I said is, if you kill someone and then you collect enough fragment shards, you can speak to Yun Shul or any Drown God if they make a new Drown God in Layer 2. If you speak to them, they'll give you an option to re-roll your bell or add another bell option. So normally you get 4 bells, it'll give you 5, and they can keep on adding when you keep on collecting shards. And yeah, this was a seriously disliked comment, suggestion, and that's because everyone's so excited for Layer 2 PvE that they're kind of neglecting the PvP, and it's kind of sad to see that, ganking has just absolutely dried out. The only reason why you gank is if you have some Discord beef, and that's not even within the Deepwoken world. That's just Discord beef or Discord smack talking. You're never really gonna have to fight anyone unless like they know you're a banker or something. They'll fight you, but it's pretty upsetting that Layer 2 is probably gonna bring about the era of ganks where everyone's so focused on PvE. For the first week or two, no one's really going to fight, which is pretty depressing, because I do call myself a PvE and a PvP advocate. I wish for both, because, that's what I believe, and I think we all believe Deepwoken's about, both. But yeah, that's my little rant, and hopefully they have implemented some, incentive to actually kill other players, because if there's no killing other players, I don't think Deepwoken is going to last for that long, because like I've said, PvP is the reason why people come back to games. They're not going to come back to games to fight your same city boss over and over. They're going to fight other people and experience different builds and yada yada yada. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys when Layer 2 drops. Thank you for listening.